Hi, I'm Dan and this is my 1997 Nissan Stagea. Now I've actually only had this car since January, but for 2 years I had another one which was red, non-turbo and pretty much a granddad car because it just didn't want to go anywhere. In January I actually traded this one for that red one and I never looked back. The reason I traded it is because I wanted a turbo and the guy also wanted I traded it with wanted a non-turbo, so we just did a straight swap, so it was nice and easy. I've now got a turbo car. This one's actually all-wheel drive. My previous one was rear-wheel, which is actually, I think rear-wheel was actually more harder to find apparently, according to him. So I've actually got an all-wheel drive one, which, I mean, I'm not drifting it, so I don't really care. I'm 26, so insuring this type of vehicle isn't exactly bad. Plus I used to work in insurance, so I know the hacks. And yeah, it's been, well, it's a bit of a rust bucket, but it's my daily drive at the moment. So it's actually, it's all right. It's meh. There's bits on it I don't like doing, like having to warm it up every morning just to come like 5 miles. Not even that.
Stone throw.
Exactly. It's not even to come a stone throw away from where we are. But yeah, it's actually done a bit of a purpose. Good bits. There aren't actually many good bits on this car. Well, one good bit is it's a turbo, so well, can't really complain really. More good bits. Got a Sparko seat in it, so it's not the standard, you know, leather comfortable Nissan seats. It's actually got a Sparko which I've retrofitted in. More on that. Got some nice wheels, lovely wheels, absolutely lovely wheels. Strom's DS25s. I'll get back onto those after as well because they're also in the bad bits section. Good bits, good bits, good bits, good bits, good bits. Good bit, it's an RB25. So can't really complain. Same as an R32 or 3. I think 33, because I think yeah, 33. There ain't many. There ain't many at all.
Your interior's blacked out?
Oh yeah, the interior's blacked out, which we did a job on. Thank you for reminding me. So usually it comes with like a top half is all like beige and it's horrible. Painted it black and retrimmed the roof lining. There is actually a video I'm meant to have done by now coming on the second channel called Motive. I'll drop that in the description. But yeah, that went all right, but then the headliner didn't really go well, so that's also on the bad bit section. I'm pretty sure that's it. Oh, it's got a nice exhaust on it, so
yeah, but it's been ruined with a cat, so
yeah, exactly. I've had to ruin the exhaust with a cat because of MOT purposes and UK road legal purposes, and promise that. Bad bits, bear with me, the list is long. Rust under the engine bay, rust pretty much absolutely everywhere, because this is Japanese and yeah, Japanese cars don't like to be normal. So you got rust, you got more rust underneath, you got loads of rust in the engine bay. You've pretty much got rust absolutely everywhere. I've even got rust on where the old seat rail was. Explain that. Bad bits, the wheels aren't even on properly. Well, they're on and secure and you can drive on them, but look how far we've had to stick that out. That scrapes and it hurts because the wheels are so wide. They actually hit on the back suspension bar and it's not good. It's not good. I've actually scraped a little bit of the inside wheel when we did first put them on, but I've had to put 25mm spacers on just to get them stuck out, and now they actually rub all along the bottom of there as well. The fronts are now no spacers, so they look too inwards that it just doesn't make it aligned properly. Other bad bits, as I mentioned on the interior, the headliner is actually started to sag already, so we retrimmed it because the old one was pretty bad and pretty rotten. It was horrible, and we retrimmed it, used loads of glue, and it's already started to come off. Another bad bit is that the engine is misfiring on 2,500 to 3,500 revs. We think it's the gearbox because idling actually isn't too bad. It idles lovely when it wants to, but there seems to be a nice lovely misfire. So between sort of like thrashing it and driving like a granny, it misfires pretty bad. Mitts match colour as well, so as you can see sort of like under here it's a bit, yeah, it's pretty dirty because I've just come back from the Isle of Wight, but it gets a bit dull, whereas obviously over here it's nice and shiny because we've had to do loads of paint in there, loads of paint in the other side. Oh, and yeah, that's not even back on properly. That was, I promise, attached properly. The whole boot is all mismatched colour. It's like we tried to get as close as we could, but because of the colour being a bit weird, it's all mismatched colour, so yeah, it basically needs a whole new paint job, and that goes for the entirety of the boot. There's loads of marks on the interior. Bad bit, drinks fuel like it's no tomorrow and only needs either Shell or Tesco V5. I don't know why Tesco, but apparently it loves Tesco more than any other one apart from V-Power. Yeah, the Sparko seat we've got in is retrofitted, didn't actually fit onto the rail we bought, so it's sort of like on a weird, it's like a weird bracket, and it just doesn't fit well. The reclining bit doesn't actually work, so I'm stuck in one position, and even the forward and backwards is so stiff, it's unbelievable. I think overall the engine is just on its way out, and to be honest, it just needs a whole new revamp, and that's what we're going to be doing at some point this year. Now we're moving on to bits that what I'm going to be doing to this. So basically, either tomorrow, which is the 27th of May, I think it is? Yeah, 27th of May, or in October, depending if it passes MOT, it's going to come off the road for the winter, in which then I'm going to do a full respray job of this vehicle, and it is going to go a very controversial colour, especially for it being a Japanese car, British Racing Green. Yes, I said it, British Racing Green. I can't even say British right because I can't talk properly. Another thing we're doing, we're going to put some new seats in the front as well. As much as the Sparko is lovely, I've just put in that there because it was just what I had available. So I'm actually going to find out two brand new seats. I'm hopefully going to fit a new gearbox to it as well. Thinking to go to BMW gearbox. I'm going to stick to auto because I love auto. I'm not going to go drifting. I would like a manual, but it's too much hassle to put it in. But if I put a BMW auto gearbox in, I also need to go and get a new ECU, which is thousands of pounds, which I don't have. I need to put a new radio in as well, because the one that's in isn't exactly the best. It's just been retrofitted in by someone else.
Let's be real, it's not retrofit, it's rammed in.
Yeah, exactly. It's just been rammed in, to be perfectly honest. Custom interior, so I'm going to revamp a lot of the interior as well. Not just the leather parts, but like all the plastic bits as well. I'm hopefully going to also replace that clock on the top there with probably a nice screen or something, like an extra screen. Why? Because I just want to, okay? I'm going to revamp all these Stagea bars as well, because for some reason, right, these bits on the front door here, they're rare somehow, along with the carpets as well. Standard Stagea carpets are pretty rare apparently. I find that hard to believe. Whole new engine revamp as well, so I've got parts ready to go on it. It's just a fact of time and getting this off the road. Being my daily driver doesn't exactly help. Having this off the road actually is a bit of a burden, but I've got other vehicles I can drive, so, and I've also got another vehicle I'm going to be revamping. Well, I say revamping, it's pretty much destroying it and taking it apart to make it a race car. And that is pretty much it. This has been my Nissan Stagea sort of reveal. I say reveal, the internet's seen it before. And yeah, I'm going to go in before it starts raining, because it is England and we love rain apparently. So thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, or even if you didn't enjoy the video, please like, subscribe, comment. You do you, boo. So yeah, there'll be a lot more videos of this coming up soon. Most likely either in the unit because it's broken, or on the back of an AA van, because this thing loves it. So join us next time. We've got another video coming out soon, which is us in me in the Isle of Wight with this thing, which was actually filmed before this one, because yeah, I just had the time to get around to this one. Yeah, thank you ever so much for watching, and enjoy your day or whatever you're doing. Ploughing the missus, who knows? I don't know what you're doing, but yeah, join us next time.